with omoplatas, and then maybe tripod sweeps or whatever we are looking for. So when we are building collateral guard, this skill about expose the palm of the hand and expose the knuckles makes a huge difference. Knuckles is when the guy is moving around without pressure over your body, so it means you can keep your body connected without you spending your energy pulling him, like being, like, it's fine, friend, like pretty much creating some reactions. You can just relax here, making him walk around, and when you feel he's coming to apply pressure, he's doing his job, walking to the side, high stepping and trying to close the distance, it's time to what? Full extension. My elbow is doing the main job here. I expose this part of my hand, so I just grab the collar and turn my hand. It's pretty easy. Nothing can happen right now because I have the palm of my hand attached on my opponent's chest. Right? So, same side we just saw. Right now we're gonna see the cross side. How I grab the cross side. Guys, there's not so many things that I have to say here because the whole combination about foot on the hip, foot on the shoulder, or biceps, hand and sleeve will give support to this hand of the collar. But what I would recommend you guys is always learn some way to slide your head up. Most of the times when you are facing a good opponent and you do transitions between same side, which is way more comfortable. Let's say that here I'm playing guard, same side, and I feel Fernando stop for a second and I can start my attack. So what I do is switch my hand and I grab, turn a little bit, and I grab whatever I get here, whatever I get here. I get first my hand low on the collar. So it's not deep, it's not high, it's not like applying pressure. Even if I try here, it's not gonna be enough. So what I do, first I just grab whatever I find and then I slide up. Once I touch my fingers on the top of his shoulder, I can close my hand and then I do the same thing. I torque my wrist a little bit to apply pressure. I don't pull like that. Why? Because when we are creating this motion about pull the opponent to inside the guard, we never can pull the elbows towards the body. We have to flare the elbows. So when I torque my hand like here, my elbow is already moving to the right direction. So when I grab the collar, cross collar, because I want to be active, shooting submissions and shooting sweeps, so I have to twist my hand like here. So I have, instead of the palm of my hand pointing to this direction, I pretty much have the palm of my hand like pointing to his chest and his shoulder like here. It makes a huge difference on my grip. When Fernando tries to posture up right now, I'm heavy with this grip, right? So if my hand is open, let's say open to the ceiling like that, when he tries posture up, it's hard for me because my arm is not working in a good configuration. So just because I'm torquing my wrist like here, my grip is heavy on his collar, and then I can, of course, combining the out setups. It's not just the hand by itself. When I have cross collar, I have to also control his upper body by stepping on the shoulder, by stepping on the biceps, and also stepping on the hip, do my job to rise and then start setups, omoplata, and whatever you want to do. So transitioning between same side and cross side is when I want to attack. So if I feel I can control my opponent for a longer period, controlling the same side, this one, I feel I stop Fernando. Fernando is not trying to pass my guard in crazy ways like knee cuts and high steps and whatever. So this is time to what? Switch. I grab whatever I find here and I slide my hand up. Once I slide my hand up, I grab and I torque my wrist. So right now my whole body is ready to climb. And then I have my attacks, right? So just remember, you guys, why we don't use this hand for rotation. Because for use this hand for rotation, you guys have to get some full extension and use your whole body. How can I say this? Let's say you guys have to activate the whole body and have literally a war against your opponent to maintain this grip. So when you guys have same side, the control is so much more easy because you guys can relax, literally relax from bottom because the outdoors are closed, sides, upper body. No way that this guy is coming to apply pressure on your guard in a way that he could collapse. So cross side, remember, and this rule I always play with my, always teach my students. Cross side, Once you decide, all right, so I'm controlling this guy, I can start to build my sweeps and submissions. Cross side. I'm starting open him, right? Next detail, foot on the hip and leg extension. You can relax. I know that your lower back's gonna it's gonna hurt. So foot on the hip. So how can you use foot on the hip? I can just give an example without follow kill right now. So if when we are pulling guard and when we are moving the hip to the sides, right? When we have this 9 degrees leg configuration, can be even like heels against the butt. It's easy to move around because the knees are close to the chest. So I would say one of the biggest mistakes that people do when they are playing columns left guard, not only the cross side to build rotation instead of the same side, is the way they use the leg on the hip. The foot on the hip and this leg to build control. So when I full extend my leg and I try to apply pressure on my opponent, I lose completely my ability to use my hip to move around. Even if I try my best, my body skills are pretty high already, so I'm a high level athlete. So even if I try change sides with my leg full extended like that, it's gonna be super heavy and difficult to move around. When I have my legs 9 degrees, I can do any movement I want. I can follow my opponent and I can keep my control. And when we talk about guard, control is way more important than anything else. So I'm teaching Jiu-Jitsu, I'm teaching my students, and what we most pay attention when we talk about guard is control, frames, and rotation. So if you guys learn how to make those three, build those three skills, you guys always gonna find sweeps and submissions. Because once you get to stop your opponent, you're gonna find sweeps and submissions. Once you are scrambling, when you are scrambling with your opponent to find a good opportunity, maybe he can pass your guard 50% and maybe you can find sweeps and submission 50%. So you're always gonna have a war. So first thing, build control. And this action about extend the leg instead of use the leg 9 degrees, it destroys your ability to use your hip. So let's say that I have here good control, right? So I'm looking for submissions and sweeps. So I have here my hand deep on the collar, I twist my hand, I torque my wrist a little bit, I have this deep control, and I full extend my leg. I'm a little side on, right? And I want to keep my posture side on, my posture side on like that, my body position. So I'm stepping on the mat, I'm full extending my both legs. It's not wrong. I can use my whole body to apply pressure and then fight for submissions, fight for adjust my body in a better position and then get what I want. But if Fernando just do some 2 steps back, just 2 small step backs, I lose my connection to his hip. Even if I try follow him, step back, keep stepping back, keep stepping back, it's hard for me because my body is not in a good position, right? So if I have my foot on the hip like here, I have my hand on the collar, and I have my leg 9 degrees, when he tries walk back, you can walk back, keep walking back, keep walking back. No way he's gonna create this connection because my leg is 9 degrees. I can flare my elbow in a my elbows in a comfortable position. I can hang myself with my grips and then I can always follow him. So this full leg extension, you guys gonna learn when we practice the drills about rotation. We use a lot to readjust the hip. We keep changing the hip's direction by extending the leg like here, but we never stop in that position extending both legs. That is maybe turn a little bit, yeah. That is maybe the main mistake people do when they play corner slave guard, because this is an uncomfortable position. You already have your body in a full extension, so it means you cannot go for further than this. That is the maximum you can afford to find your submissions and sweep. Of course, if you're getting some tripod, maybe you have this type of angle, your leg is full extended, but it's just a second to adjust your hip under and then shoot your sweep. But what I want to tell you guys, and I want to force and reinforce, I'm reinforcing you guys, is that every time you guys play collar slave guard, don't be afraid about use your hip closer to your opponent's hips, and don't be afraid about use this leg, the main one on the hip, 9 degrees. Even if he has access by grabbing your pants, would be with this lead control, of course. Yeah, like here. Yeah, he's learning jiu-jitsu. He's still purple belt. He's gonna get there. So because my leg is 9 degrees, when he tries to push my leg down, it's gonna be hard, and I always gonna win this battle about pull his grip up. If my leg is full extended, like here, and he grabs my leg, when he pulls my leg down and I fight to bring his hand up, this door is open. When I do this, Fernando just like jump on the side, and then I have no frames anymore. I have this sleeve control and I lose the battle about calling sleeve. Maybe I can push him away, I can sit up, I can like have a war, but that is not what I want. So this leg on the hip, this can I say leg on the hip? Yeah, the leg I have my foot on the hip. We never extend the leg to create pressure. We just extend the leg to move around if necessary. And you guys gonna learn in the next step, right? In the next take. But when we have this control, that is what I want. Because even when I'm shooting triangles and omoplatas and climbing in his body, I climb with my leg not extended. My leg is 9 degrees. I'm stepping on his body. I'm not kicking him away and then trying to shoot triangles. This is completely wrong. It's hard to use my upper body because of this leg extension. So I just showed you guys that I cannot move my hip when I have my leg like here. It's hard. I can do my best, I'm not doing. But if my legs is 9 degrees, I can literally play. Everybody have this ability to change hip direction if the leg is 9 degrees. So remember, foot on the hip, the leg that is operating, the foot on the hip, if you guys extend the leg, it's not a mistake. If the reason you are extending your leg is to create a connection. It's just a second, you change your hip, you extend your leg to build a second step, and then you move to inside something. Can be tripod, can be under the hips, can be shoot some like whatever, triangle or platter. We're gonna see variations in the next takes. But the full extension is just useful if you are building something else. But it's never useful if you guys reach that position to maintain color